everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday and we are here to film something fun, different. We're gonna push the boundaries today basically. So for today's video I wanted to try this thing. I actually saw ShanXO do it. Big up to ShanXO, she's one of my favourite YouTubers, she's amazing. I'm gonna leave her link down below. In fact, I'll leave the link to her video of this down below so you can go over and have a little look, which is where I got the inspiration from. So basically I wanted to edit my bad makeup good. So I'm gonna do a crazy face of makeup. Like, it's not gonna be perfect, obviously we need to make it look a bit ratchet. Then we're gonna use Facetune and a few little apps to try and edit it so it looks good. I'm not a pro at Facetune. Well, I feel like I am relatively good at Facetune, but I see people do amazing things, very creative things, completely changing the way they look on Facetune. I can't do all that, but we're gonna give it a go. So I think because this is supposed to be like editing bad makeup good again, I feel like I'm gonna do quite a colourful look. So the eyeshadow palette which I'm gonna be using today is the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. Sorry if I just kind of skip through and get the makeup on and miss any of the products. Do just leave me a comment if you wanna know what the products are. I'll try and remember and talk through it as we go, but I am just gonna basically slap this on as quick as possible. Can I show the people? They need to see. Do it again. I need to see.
I look cool.
Oh right.
Slapping a minute.
Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna do all the things which I either tell people not to do or that I don't like to do. Like, I'm gonna go wild. So I'm gonna do the thing which I never do, and I'm gonna actually put my foundation on first, and I'm gonna make sure it's much too dark than it should be. So I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Healthy Glow Unisex Summer Tint Moisturizer, which is actually, whew, breathe. It's actually really nice, but I don't know if you'll see the colour of it as it goes on. It's like got a very, well, at least the one I have has got a very warm undertone to it. So this is not my usual jam, let's be honest. Well, actually, no, warm it is, but this is just not the right colour for me. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of the L'Oreal True Match in the shade 6.5. And this is very dark. So I'm a little bit brown, but I'm not crazy brown at the minute. So this will be definitely the wrong colour for me, so that's what we want. I feel like I use the same couple of tools on Facetune all the time, and I think that its ability is much greater than my knowledge, but I just thought that this would be so fun to see, like, if we can make our bad makeup look good, essentially, because there is always that controversy, like, online or on Instagram, where people can sort of do a rough job of their makeup, or maybe it doesn't look absolutely perfect in real life, and then they just use an editor to clean it all up and make it look good, and then that's kind of deceiving to the viewer, because obviously what you're seeing is like you will never be able to achieve what you're looking at because it's been so heavily edited. So I'm just testing that concept today, really. And this certainly isn't a dissing Facetune video, because actually I think when you do makeup and then you take pictures of your makeup, it can be really hard to make it look how it does in real life in pictures. Just makeup photography is difficult. So I completely get why people choose, sorry, I'm just moving some brushes out of the way. So I completely get why people choose to edit their pictures, and then you get used to what the pictures look like edited, and before you know it, you're doing like so much editing it doesn't even look like you anymore. I do get how that happens, but at the same time I don't mind if people are gonna enhance, like, say like you do a purple eyeshadow and you can't quite tell it's that colour, or like it doesn't stand out as bright as it does in real life, or it doesn't like make your eyes pop as much as it does in real life, and you just enhance the colour slightly on Facetune so you get like the real effect of how you feel it looks in real life. I think that's fine. It's just the issue lies when it's so heavily edited and then it doesn't even resemble what you've done in real life, particularly if you're a makeup artist and you're trying to sell a product, and obviously, or you're trying to like show off your skill. If you're then doing something which like you're doing it and then you're editing it so much that it doesn't look like that, and then people come to you to have their makeup done and it doesn't look anything like what you've advertised, that's obviously a massive issue. So that's where I stand on all of this anyway. I didn't want anyone to think that I was like against Facetune, or I didn't want anyone to think that I was like against using Facetune or like editing your makeup or anything like that, because to a certain extent I'm not, but you know, everything within a reason. So I'm going in with this bright blue, Blindsided it's called, and the Urban Decay palette. Let's go crazy. I'm just literally not even gonna put, I mean it is nice, look how like blue that is. I'm not even gonna like put any sort of transition. I'm just gonna chuck that blue on and blend it out. Bullshit. I feel like we're gonna go with this shade called Mean, and this is a green colour. So not only am I doing my makeup badly, I am picking colours which typically I would never wear, but actually that Blindsided is so pretty. And I'm just putting this shimmery green over the top, which I feel would be a complete vibe if I was doing it nicely. It would almost look like mermaid. Now I'm going to take the shade Minx, which is a dark blue, and I'm just going to chuck it down here. And I'm not going to be too worried about it blending. I'm just going to chuck it down like that. So I've literally not blended that at all essentially. I've just patted it down onto the outer corner. I tell you what, this would be a look. Why is this looking quite good? Oh, right, I am just going to wipe away a bit of this fallout because, hello, we want it to look at least a little bit like we've tried. Okay, so I'm just going to use some cheap Primark eyelashes because I don't mind if I wreck those. These are the sultry ones. They're actually really pretty. And I have used these on, when I first started doing makeup, I used to use these ones on clients all the time because they're actually really nice. And you can't really feel them either. They're really like lightweight. So we'll pop these on. Usually I would spend quite a lot of time making sure that my eyelashes are in the right place, but today they're going where they land. Oh my god, I could have done a winged eyeliner and made it look horrific. I've just realised. Maybe I'll add a little wing, a little crazy wing. This is like the first time I'm going to do a winged liner and not give a shit. Oh god, it looks like Brett did my liner. I'm literally having flashbacks to when Brett did my makeup. In fact, Brett may have even done my makeup better than this. Okay, right, I feel like that's like bad but not horrendous, which is, I would say, pretty much where we want to be sitting right about now. Okay, so I'm going to take my concealer again, and I think I'm going to do a really heavy conceal like this, like really like exaggerated concealer, because this is really light. I was looking in my little mirror and I was thinking, it doesn't even look that bad, and then I've just looked in the viewfinder. Right, like if it took me this like length of time every time, man, I'd be so quick. I'm going to be using my NARS Laguna contour because, or bronzer, because it's very dark. I'm going to be taking a foundation brush, which is completely not what I would usually do, and I'm going to make sure that this is quite a harsh contour. So I mean, people on here are going to be telling me I do a harsh contour anyway, but that looks so patchy. That looks so patchy. So we're going to highlight with King Tut from Jeffree Star. This is much, much too dark for my skin tone right now. In fact, I love this as a eyeshadow. It's nice as a highlight, but only when you're super, super tanned. So look at it. I mean, it's beautiful product. I mean, everything that we've used so far is lovely product, but just not applied like this. But look how beaming that highlight is. It is amazing. Like, we need to do what the Instagram girls do. Like, intense. Like, that's what they're doing these days. They're putting it on their forehead too. But we need to like really make sure my nose is... So for my brows, I don't have at hand a brow pencil that's dark enough. Oh, do I? I might do. I never use a pencil, so this is just bizarre from me. Does anybody like the colour of that brow? Because I just use a lip liner. I couldn't find a brow product, so I've just used my NYX Nude Truffle lip liner, the one I always use. I've just put it in my brows, and actually it doesn't look bad. I swear to God, like, if I use this lip pencil for anything else, it'll be the only thing I need to carry in my makeup bag, because I swear to God, I use it all the time in like every video. You know what, I'm actually scared? I'm actually scared that some person is gonna come on here and tell me that this looks no different to my normal makeup. So let's do a lipstick that doesn't go. This is the Co Beauty in the shade Flawless. This is not the type of colour I would typically wear with this look. But let's just do it. So, I've just got it on there. Let's make those lashes nice and big. So this is the finished makeup look. I need to go and get my phone, and then I'm gonna put it on a little screen record, and hopefully I'll be able to put the screen recording up on here somewhere so you can have a little look at what I'm doing. So I'm excited. We need to get some selfies. Let's get some selfies. I do feel like I want to put a bit of a lipstick on my teeth so we can try and edit it off. Let's get some little selfies. I don't know if we're going to be able to edit this good, guys. I'm worried. No, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I'm going to go away and try and get a good selfie. I'll be back. Right, so I've taken a few selfies. Just a few. I didn't try too hard because obviously we want it to look bad. So let's get the screen recording up. Right, so we're in Facetune. And this is the picture basically which I've chosen. I look fucking mad, honestly. Okay, so right, what we're gonna need to do first is friggin' give me some major help. So I think the first thing we need to do is actually get rid of some of the blobs here and also the blobs on my teeth. So we're gonna go to the patch tool. Oh God, are we gonna be able to fix this on my teeth? I'm gonna actually, do you know what? Let's, I'm gonna cancel that. Let's go in closer. So we're gonna go onto the patch tool and we are gonna try and repatch this area. So basically you click on the area that you wanna get rid of and then you select the area that you wanna replace it with. So we obviously want to replace it with like a white area. Oh, what's going on here? So we want to try and get rid of this the best we can. So you see there, it's already starting to look a little bit better. So I mean, I see the things that people can do, honestly, on Facetune is unbelievable. And sometimes I watch like videos and stuff on how to do it because I just think, wow. And I was as naive as anybody else. Like when I first, even now, like up until recently, I would look at people's pictures and just assume that that was what they looked like, not that they were editing their pictures. And I'm obviously not going to name any accounts or anything, but you know, I was shocked. So let's, yeah, the people, as I was saying, like the people that really heavily edit their videos. Right, so I feel like we've done a pretty decent job there. Look, so that was the before, after, before, after, before, after. So I would say if we zoom out, most of that lipstick's going to be gone. Maybe we just get rid of that little bit in the top corner. There we go. That's the lipstick gone off the teeth. So now we need to just get rid of this bit around the eyes. So I'm gonna try and do it so like there's that gone. Honestly, it's unbelievable. But I think the thing that tricked me the most was people's figures, because I would have, like, obviously, like anybody, have loads of favourite Instagrammers that I follow, and I didn't realise how many of those were actually editing their bodies. And it wasn't until recently when I was watching, I was kind of like not even researching into it. I think I stumbled across other accounts that were kind of showing you the pictures before and after editing, and I was just like, what, that person edits their body? Like, it was, I was so surprised. So yeah, anyway, that is the before and after now that we have removed that bit of mascara. Isn't that just insane? I mean, look, if you look at the picture now, you would never even know that they were there. So that's done. So now I think the next thing is to smooth out the skin. So I obviously have stretch marks like every normal person in the whole world, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to smooth them out. Typically I don't do this, but because the premise of today's video is editing, we're gonna get rid of it. So there you go, that's all my stretch marks gone, and I look like I've got the most perfect skin. My hand is manky from makeup, so I'm gonna smooth that over that to try and deter you from looking at my hand. And now let's go on to the face. So I'm gonna smooth underneath my chin so that my highlight looks on fleek. I'm gonna also smooth over my laughter lines, a little bit on the top of my lip, laughter lines, nose, and then the biggest area I'm going to smooth is around my eyes, underneath my eyes, and where my highlight on the top of my cheek has gone, just to make it look, so if you can see, it just makes it look really smooth and makes it look more, like a more intense highlight. So let's do that the same on the other side, and it makes it look like I mean basically the app is doing the blending for me. I'm not having to put any effort into blending my makeup myself. So I'm going to do it on my forehead as well, just so it all matches. And then I'm going to take the erase tool. Now this is actually a really good tip. If you're doing a really light edit and you really like only want to edit a tiny bit because actually the makeup's really good and you've done the makeup really well, I will maybe use the, like if I've got like a slight little bit of creasing just here, I might do a little bit of a smooth just to get rid of it here. And then I'll take the eraser and I will dab over the rest of my face to make sure I haven't overused the smooth tool. And that's what I'm gonna do there, just to, like, you know, make it look a little bit more real. So I'm gonna save that because I'm happy with how smooth that looks. And actually with the light, my eyeshadow doesn't look too horrendous, but I would like it to be a bit brighter. So I'm gonna take the details, and first of all, I'm gonna rub it over my lips to make my lips stand out more. So there you go, it's just gonna bring the lips out. And then I'm gonna go in on my eye and I'm gonna rub over my eyes and I'm gonna make them pop. Gonna do my eyebrows, make them stand out, make them look a bit darker with the gorgeous lip liner that we've got going on in there. And then I'm also again gonna take the detail tool over the entirety of my eyeshadow and underneath. And this is just gonna add more sort of sparkly element to your eyeshadows, because it's gonna make your eyeshadow look like it's like popping out rather than it just being like quite dull and muted. I do like that, so I'm actually quite happy with the way that this is looking thus far. So I'm gonna actually export that to my camera roll, and then what are we gonna do now? We're gonna go into Visco Cam, and you can see everything else that I have created recently. And we'll select that image that we've been using And now we're gonna edit the exposure, contrast, all that sort of thing, brightness. So let's go on to the exposure. Let's make it a little bit brighter, because by making it brighter, it's actually gonna make it look like how dark our foundation is to the rest of our body look less crazy, like it's gonna blend it a bit more. So it's gonna blow out the face, like make the face look a lot lighter. So that's that. Contrast. The contrast is also good because this is gonna make your dark areas darker and your lighter areas lighter. So it's kind of gonna do a bit more of that blending for you as well. So that's that with the contrast on. And then we're going to sharpen it a tiny little bit to make it look like we didn't edit it, because obviously when you edit your pictures a lot, you get a decrease in quality a lot of the time. You get a decrease in quality a lot of the time in the images. So if you add a little bit of sharpness, it'll make it look like, you know, it's not that bad. Now saturation, can this do anything for us? Yes, it can. So we're going to increase the saturation a tiny little bit, just to make the colours stand out. There we go. White balance. I'm going to bring the temperature down so that, because we've added a bit of saturation, it is going to make the picture look a lot warmer. So I've just knocked the temperature down a little bit just so you can't really see that. And then do we want to do anything else? I feel like that's it. So this is the original image. This is it. Original image, and then this is our edited image. Whoa. To be honest, I'm looking at the first version of that image and I'm thinking there is no way in a million years I would ever post that. People would think I've gone mad. And then I'm looking at the final edit and I'm thinking, that looks like a good selfie. I mean, that really does say everything about the power of Facetune, that you can have something looking terrible. I mean, like for some people, they might not think that this is horrendous, and I'm sure I could have done a worse job, but like there are obvious things which were bad about this makeup look that we've been able to rectify and make it look like it was completely non-existent in the final image. So that really shows you the extent in which people can manipulate their images. So basically, I wanted to have a little fun today and just see how this went and if we could do it. And also be aware that everything that you see is not necessarily real, even though you're seeing it. You know, people can edit much better than I can. I mean, bloody hell, I'm just like basics. Like I just want to enhance a little bit here and there. So, I mean, some people are incredibly talented, like photo editors, and it's absolutely a skill. But in terms of like all those real life women that are on Instagram and we're just browsing through and we're thinking, God, why is my skin like never that smooth? Why do my eyes never look that bright? Why, like, how can they blend eyeshadow like that? Like, a lot of the time it is an app that they've gone over and done it. You know, there's a lot of people that are real, and you will find people that don't edit their pictures, and there are loads of amazing accounts. You know, some of my favorites are like Chessie King. Oh God, I can't even think of the names of everybody. Birds of Papaya, like, I think that's her name. Anyway, I'm gonna leave those two down below so you can go over and have a little look. They will have completely unedited pictures that just look like natural, beautiful women, like just adoring themselves naturally. So yeah, I thought that would be a little bit of something different for today's video. Be aware, use cautiously. Obviously, if you're creating content or you're playing with makeup, it's a great little thing to have there on the side to help you get more out of your pictures. But be aware to not over edit. Be aware that other people are over editing and completely changing the way they look. And yeah, it was a little bit of something different, something fun. You know, it's all about, I think, just having fun, being creative, and trying to keep that element of honesty in our craft as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was a little bit something different for you to watch and that you enjoyed it most of all. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and for clicking on this video. And if you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.